Death is just like when you are crossing the culvert. But the most dangerous thing that you should pray that never come to you is sickness. Sickness has no mercy. There is different faculty. Àìsàn. Àìsàn lè mú yàn tálé. Àìsàn lè mú ẹ sápamọ́ fọ́ rẹ̀ pé mo ti rù jù mí ò lè jáde sí wọn. Àìsàn lè mú ẹ máa sọ kóbókòbó. Àìsàn tún lè mú a graduate to be teaching. They will be teaching you primary 1, 2, 3 again. That's sickness. Then you to look at now. Babangida is in that college. College
College of Medicine, sir.
College of sick people.
Okay, sir. Sorry, sir.
Sickness has already gripped him. DI is there already. Then the man who was selling ammunition for us before.
No, you gave prediction.
He just left the college.
As at this morning, people are thinking maybe Osinbajo, maybe, I mean, they don't know who is the man.
Who is Osinbajo?
No, you are the vice president now, serving for this country, sir.
Okay, serving and contesting.
Yes, serving and contesting, sir. Yes, sir.
That is too power.
Yes, sir.
He's too absolutely power corrupt.
He has been moving around.
Don't worry with federal government money. Yes. It was the candidate of Babangida now. Babangida pushed him into this trouble. But this night, by weekend, we go home and rest. Yeah.
Are you saying that Atiku has no chance to become president of this country?
Who is Atiku? Atiku is a recycled human being.
At 70.
Forget Atiku.
Is it 70? Is it 73 now? 70?
Sir, forget Atiku.
Okay, sir.
He like it. You know, there are a lot of things you like in America that you cannot buy. Atiku like the power. You know, he has been stealing money from custom. You know, he studied nursing.
I didn't even know.
He studied nursing.
Can you imagine? He's a nurse.
Yeah, even cleaning wounds. He want to put wound on her head. He built a university from the money he stole. Every weekend, he will be carrying dollars portfolio from the airport, from the port. Tunde Bakare. It's still relevant. Then the
lettering man.
Then the Lawal. So the two of them can be president and vice president.
Okay, the Senate president, Lawan.
Yes.
Okay,
you know he's a Fulani man.
Yes, sir.
So they will not, if they give it to Bakari, they're going to give it to Bakari. But they should try, they're going to give him dagger to hold. If Bakari wanted to prove as if he's too brilliant with the law, so then put dagger on the ribs. Where Dia is, what happened to Dia? We still happen to Bode George, prostate and all this thing. What happened to Dia? What happened to Babangida? They will still be indoor again. Even Daniel and Amusu, they are all there. Even the governor of Ekiti State, and they are going to meet their disgrace in the second week in what? In the second week of June. They will know that yes, they are just an actor. People, the acting film. Those people who are going for the delegate, the PDP and everything, they are just like somebody going for a rehearsal. So, Guinea Yato, Tinubu, àti ìyàwó Goodluck Jonathan. Nínú kan tó play.
The patient Jonathan.
No, whoa. Àti Daddy Shoki. Ṣé bí wọ́n lọ mọ question béèrè? Kí ni ìyàtọ̀ àwọn mẹ́tẹ̀ẹ̀ta ń sìn? Ṣé tí Tinubu alágbà ń lé tó ní ìyàwó tó lè bá sọ̀rọ̀? Ṣé mo lè jáde ní kí ló máa bẹ́ẹ̀ ó ṣe kíní àbí kí ló sọ yìí? Ṣé wọ́n lè ṣe?
Wọ́n ló ṣe kíní ó lulẹ̀.
Tó bá dẹ̀ lulẹ̀ ìbò ti ṣe president but Tinubu ò ṣe president now. Ṣebí kan tó ń lé ó ti achieve ẹ̀ ṣebí ó ti gbé débẹ̀ òun ló ń ta lára ń sìn náà.
Yes, sir.
Tó bá gbọ́n ọba sọ tẹ́lẹ̀ tó kó Yorùbá mọ́ra ṣebí ó wà ń bí gbàtà Abíọ́lá kú ṣebí ó wà ń bí.
It was following Abiola around, sir, at that time.
Irọ́ kò finú tẹ̀lé Abíọ́lá òun ni ò jẹ́ kó lè kọ̀ọ̀kan lára Abíọ́lá. Then kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ nísìn wàá gbọ́ statement wọ́n ṣe máa gbé jáde o pé àwọn bínú Tinubu so àwọn fẹ́ lọ fún ẹlòmíì. Tinubu is just like a goat who had that lion is sick and he said lion care, how can lion be sick? Lẹ́kìn fẹsẹ̀ kan débẹ̀ láàárọ̀ yìí. Then on getting to the place now, the lion has been properly fed for that day. So the goat was there a whole day. Then the now said, goat, where are you coming from? Oh no, lucky lion. That is why only 1 minute, that will be 1 hour. Oh, you'll be playing with lions since 1 hour. I say yes. Even tomorrow I will still go there to greet him. Then the second day when he appeared from the window out, he picked the goat by the neck. He tore the goat into two. He hit the heart and everything. Yeah. Those people, those other animals are waiting for goat to come. Later to see the carcass of Tinubu was playing with fire. Because if care is not taken, after the whole night, they will now call him to come and explain how he got his money. Ìbá dako tètè padà sílé. Kó wá jókòó jẹ́ torí bọ́n ṣe bí mi náà bí Tinubu. Bọ́n ṣe bí Buhari náà bí wọ. So tó bá dẹ̀ tí ní kò sọ́nà. When he wants an opportunity lost, he can never be regained.
Well, it's another very lovely, wonderful day today in the city of Lagos, Nigeria, West Africa, as we are very opportune to be in the presence of the Oracle himself after many months away out of the country, around the world, from Europe to America, across cities in Europe and across cities in Africa, for the launching of the Revelation 2022 book. It has been a very, very busy schedule right from the month of March. That is away, that he left the country for the Republic of Ireland down to Europe, where he visited several countries, and America, where he did the launching, and some other parts of the United States of America. We thank God that finally he came back last week, and today, after spending 6 hours, we've been able to get his attention after a lot of spiritual work, and yesterday being the juvenile harvest in the church. We are talking of our Father in the Lord, the Nostradamus of our time, Prophet Dr. MKO Tibetan, the man that God has decided to show a lot of things and given the privilege to show us the direction, especially as regard our life spiritually, politically, psychologically, and in all ramifications. We want to thank our dad for the opportunity. That we want to thank you, sir. God bless you for this time. We know it has been so busy. We've been here since morning, but we saw that your aide said you have been so busy. Despite the challenge of yesterday, the juvenile harvest, you have been so busy. First of all, we want to say welcome from America, sir.
Thank you, sir.
And I want to also congratulate you for the launching of the book on Easter Monday in London, and the launching of the book in America, that was in Chicago, Illinois, in America. That was 2 weeks ago. So first and foremost, how's the trip, sir? A lot of people want to know that. What did the Lord show this time around? Because we saw that you preach in some different churches, especially the Hatton Parish in the UK and some other parishes around the United Kingdom, then Chicago one in Chicago and some other parishes in the United States of America. What did you see, sir, especially about the state of the church and the state of the nation of America and UK, sir?
Thank you very much, Wenga.
Yes, sir.
The Lord will bless you, bless your family and your crew.
Amen, sir.
I left Nigeria to Dublin. So after seeing my family, everybody was fine because the Bible said in the book of Luke 14 from verse 20 to the end, he said anybody who wanted to do his job must be able to forget the family, the wife, the immediate family. But I just went there just to see them for the year. So getting there, I left the place to, there's one very good man in Florida. That's Dauda. Dauda Fadei. Even the son is an ambassador to one of the Far East countries. So we went there to grease the occasion because they did the final burial in Florida. So we went to Tampa. From Tampa, then we came back to Dublin. So getting to Dublin again, then I moved to London. I spent 5 weeks in London. So from London, when I was there, we treat a lot of sermon, the dark room.
Okay.
We talk about the dark room. We talk about in the Passion Week, which is the last Friday. The topic was everything the bad people did to Jesus Christ is just temporary, because they gather cordial this and that to make sure they put Jesus Christ to death. When the third day, the man was out against challenging them. That meet me in the campus, in the city, so that I can tell you about heaven. So that means all their fatigue was temporary. Then on that Sunday, people came to the church, they were expecting, oh, he has risen. I said the topic for today, who is the next on the death row?
Yes, sir.
Who is the next person on what? On the death row. Oh, they felt so bad. Oh, yes,
sir. It was a popular topic in the US.
Yeah, Tani Kukon. So I was so then we preached. Then after a while, the next Sunday.
Yes, sir.
Then Alafi died on Saturday.
Then April 23rd, sir.
Yes, and I asked them, last week I preached who is the next on the death row. But this weekend now, you know who the death has already snatched away. So he went to the palace and took somebody. I remember he ran to Ekiti to Afe Babalola just to make sure he gets
the hospital, sir.
No problem.
Yes, sir.
You see, there's one thing people don't know. Don't fornicate, don't backbite, don't steal, don't do anything bad. Death is the easiest thing you can ever think of. Death is just like when you are crossing the culvert. But the most dangerous thing that you should pray that never come to you is sickness. Sickness has no mercy. There is different faculty. Àìsàn. Àìsàn lè mú yàn tálé. Àìsàn lè mú ẹ sápamọ́ fọ́ rẹ̀ pé mo ti rù jù mi ò lè jáde sí wọn. Àìsàn lè mú ẹ máa sọ kóbókòbó. Àìsàn tún lè mú ẹ a graduate to be teaching. They will be teaching you primary 1, 2, 3 again. That's sickness. Then you to look at now. Babangida is in that college. College
College of Medicine, sir.
College of sick people.
Okay, sir. Sorry, sir.
Sickness has already gripped him. DI is there already. Then the man who was selling ammunition for us before.
No, you gave prediction.
He just left the college. Then the death said, don't escape to come.
No, he has been on it for more than 10 years.
Yes, because he was passing through. So you are going to sit down there to think about what bad thing you did under heaven. If they should tell you that hell is a direct thing, no, it's from here. It's a stage. The wife of Babangida passed through that college.
She was there for 10 years, sir.
Yes, then the wife of Abiola passed through that college. Death and sickness college. So when I'm looking at Tinubu, looking at Babangida, Abacha, looking at all these, looking at Buhari, looking at all these ministers, go and cross-check in your file. All those people that rule with Shagari, they are no more. Only left with 2 people. Even lately, of recent, they put the house of Shagari on what? On the news.
Yes,
what is living in the place where the first man was living before is rodents. Cockroach, rat, cat, and that's all. You can remember. But these people never wanted to learn that if they think they're going to die once, no, they will still pass through
the college of sickness.
And that's why I pity Tinubu, pity all the people that are running for presidential candidates and that. You stole people's money. And you ran to the other side of the road. And they said you should bring money. They said it's okay. You want to come and steal more, come and take 100 million. So we are coming as president. Is there any sense in this? Because we are living in what? In the dungeon. This is Monkey Island. Nigeria is Monkey Island. Where everything goes. Monkey can plug the fruit and you don't want it again and throw it away. So they believe nobody, so far you have belonged to the carcass. Nothing will happen. But they have forgotten that the Lord said, when you see the poor and the rich fighting, He said, don't go into their midst, don't separate them. Allow me, God who created the 2 of them, to do justice. So that's what we are expecting. Even some people sat and then go outside the country and bring people to come and kill Nigerians. Rather for the president to protect the Nigerians, he said they wanted to use this place as a cow empire. That they wanted to institute cow empire in Nigeria. That they are tired of human beings. But it's the Southerners and the South are helping them to buy their cow. And these are the nomadic people that has no sense. Who can trek from Togo? Who can trek from Aflao, Ghana to Nigeria? In the bush, in the night, no lamp, nothing. And they said they wanted to be living in the palace in Abuja. But Buhari said they should come and be living in the palace. You see the whole thing? And I told you before I left,
yes, sir,
that the man who said is the chairman of Meti Allah. I said we should be reading Psalm 109. That his people, they will hit him before I come. And what happened to him? He's dead.
Was shot in Abuja,
it's all the same Fulani people that killed him. So automatically, he said in the book of Proverbs 7 verse 4 and 5, he said if you lack wisdom, our president lacked wisdom. Our president did not have pity. Our president has not stood where a woman put to bed before. That's the problem we're facing. And they were I told them the other day that Buhari is people's choice, not God's choice. Yeah, that we are going to smell hell. Then they should ask him who killed Diagmo. And look at all these things. How many Diagmo families celebrate all this? And look at the Wasim now. Say Baba, say Buhari now. This morning is crying on the phone that we should voice out. You have collected money from these people, you should voice out. We don't know them.
You mean the Oluwaye of Fuji, sir?
There is no Oluwaye of Fuji. God owns everything.
Yes, sir.
Is that somebody asking you, how was your night? Tell the person is mad. Because the angel that guide you during the day, we now change duty in the night to guide you. So automatically, in my trip, that was the topic I gave to them. Then Alafin died that weekend. So later, I said they should be conscious of what? Of dark room. The dark room is a place where you have no driver, you have no fan, no AC, there are no bank accounts. Then you can't call anybody to run an errand for you. Because in the book of Luke 16, from verse 16 to the end, he said, can you tell Abraham, please, send somebody to my family and see if they can change my brothers. Because of the wayward life we've been enjoying before. We never knew what we were doing is too barbaric, too excommunicated, and too denounced. So go and talk to the man. Okay. If we can. They can change, because if not, they will come and meet me here. Where Abacha is waiting, hanging, that's where Babangida will go and meet him. That's where Buhari will go and meet them. And all these people who call themselves, do you know the amount the chief judge of the federation is receiving, the man who studies Sharia, and you know the number of children he has and the number of wives. How can they see? How can they help Nigerians? It's not done. They cannot. They cannot. So after all this topic, I'm coming to give Nigeria their own version of it. So, and after leaving the place, I moved straight to America again the second time. I went to Chicago. I went to Indiana to Chicago. From Chicago, I went to Georgia. From Georgia, I went to New Jersey. From New Jersey to New York to Philadelphia, Philadelphia to Rhode Island. Then from there, I came back to Texas. So after getting to Texas, then I have a very tedious time there because I treated one of our church members' daughter.
Okay, sir.
That has terrible trouble. Then when I got to the sick lady, it was then I knew that people are full of, people like, they like to cut corners. Everybody are now active dodger. If you see the hardship in America, oh my God, everything in the store. Even I was a time I want to go and buy some stuff for people living in the church. When I make a shopping of $500, is it to just one Burlington bag? I said, let me go and spend the money for the children. So I brought the money to Nigeria. Because if I give you a designer nika that is of $200 or $150, $50, and you have not ate since yesterday, is there any benefit in that?
No, there's no benefit. So hunger is more powerful than
yes, and it can beat a professor. And a professor will forget his biro.
The hunger, sir.
Yes, he can be asking people, can you borrow me a biro? Because hunger has made him to forget that he has biro in his chest. So until they will say, oh, prof, that is biro. Yes, hunger has come. So that is the problem. So after finishing all these things, then I came back to the country until on Wednesday. So when I entered the boat, the Lord said, as you are going, then put on what? A new stuff. Then I went to K&G, being a poor man, just to take a little, very good to close to the rich people. Then I bought the whole thing. What about $500? So when I was leaving the place, the man said to turn the pint up.
Yes, sir.
I should come back by 8 o'clock tomorrow. I said, you can't do that to me. So I said, do you know me? He said, he didn't know me. Okay. And I wrote down my phone. I said, who is this? Oh, this is a celebrity. This is somebody, this is that. I said, don't worry. Take it easy. Then he took the clothes to the showing room.
Yes, sir.
Under 30 minutes, he fell the trouser. I give it to me. I asked God inside the plane, why do you want me to wear new clothes? Right inside my briefcase, I have 2 suits. Then why do you want me to go and buy another one? I said, I want you to buy another one. Because you are now in a new level. So go. So when I got to the plane, somebody gave me 100. I said, that's Nostradamus from Asabe TV. I said, thank you, sir. So he gave me $100. I said, sir, I'm not a beggar. He said, no, I'm giving it to you. You sure? So after getting into the plane, somebody saw me and said, are you Prophet Marcus? I said, yes. You have changed my life, sir. You have changed my life totally. So later, that one again gave me another $200. Then when we get to the plane, I saw another man. I said, oh, sir, hi, let me go and drop my bag, sir. I need prayer. So he came. I said, how are you? He said, fine. And I prayed. Before coming down, they gave me $800. I said, is it because of the new clothes, the people are dashing me money, or there's a tag on me? He said, no, sir, you are good. So thank God for the journey and everything. And when I came, I changed the money. I spent it on the harvest day for the children. I spent it as if I'm intoxicated because I don't need it. Thank you, sir.
You took it back to this society community. Sir, okay. The question is that last December 2021, it was on a Wednesday, December 22, we interviewed you about the book that eventually came out, Revelation 2022, and some of the things in the book, even before it was published, I started manifesting. Then you gave prediction that the household of a prominent Yoruba king is going to go into crisis except he stop his wayward way. Then you also give prediction about 3 prominent kings, the Oba of Benin, the Olubado, and the Alaafin of Oyo, that they should be winding up, especially Alaafin and Olubado. Then we published the interview on the 1st instead of on the 20th, because when you gave the revelation, the next day, 23rd, which was a Thursday, December, the Olori in the palace of the Ooni of Ife threw away her marriage certificate.
No, threw in the towel.
Okay, yes,
have you attended boxing before? He threw in the towel.
Yes, she threw in the way that she's not interested in marriage again. It became a very popular issue and all that. But we released the video on the January 1. Then the second day, January 2, the Olubado joined his ancestors. We bless his soul. Then on the 23rd April, when you are in America, then the Alaafin also joins his ancestors. Sir, a lot of people started calling us. People started watching the video. I mean, they started saying a lot of things. How did you feel when the revelation now came to pass? Because it's part of what you predicted in this book, sir.
Those people who are panicking.
Yes, sir. A lot of people.
No. Those who are panicking, they are new Nigerians.
Okay, sir.
I could remember when Obasanjo was in prison.
Okay, that was 1999. Sir.
Yeah, we prayed when he was in prison by Abacha. Then we did prayer here, and the Lord sent the prayer. And when Abacha was wayward, we called in 3 days night vigil. And I told them that Abacha is going to die June 8th. Then middle of the night, and then all the guards will be there waiting as if nothing happened. That's number 2. Then the Lord revealed that Stella Obasanjo will die.
That was 205, sir.
Yes, unless he goes to Iruekpe to go and refurbish those markets around the place. Okay. Because his parents and family has committed crime. And the Lord wanted to just use that to punish them. So if she failed, she will die. Then he was telling me that day in his house, I'm the one that gave her the book. He said, he will not, that's a popular quotation for an armed robber. So when he now quoted that, I didn't bother. I said, if she's covered by the blood of Jesus, let me be covered by the blood of either cow or fish.
No, ice fish, sir.
Don't worry. Okay, then I left. We can't grab it. Then I drop a copy to Oyedeko.
Okay, the bishop.
Who made him bishop? Where did he study bishop? Forget all these things, but bring out his beret. So what I'm telling you, then after dropping that here, then he now called Oyedeko. Oyedeko said, I've just received my own too. The man brought the paper by himself, the book by himself. So after getting to the place, then the wife of Stella said, I'm a prophet of doom. So after 4 months, she died. So that one is even more genuine than the one of Alaafin. Then again, Alaafin died a honorable death, but the one of Stella Obasanjo was more honorable than the one of Alaafin. You know what pastor gathered to do the burial. But the one of Alaafin, it was the Sango people and then the Oya people that come to carry the...
No, they were fighting on inside.
No, what could they be fighting for a carcass?
Why should the Muslims...
Are they vulture? Are they vulture?
Yes, they were fighting, sir.
Are they vulture? Vulture fight for dead body, decayed animal. Is Alaafin vulture? Decayed meat.
They were angry, sir.
Listen. So when you look at it, this is what really happened. Then, not to prolong the matter.
Yes, sir.
Then after 3 months, the wife of Oyedeko now has stroke. Then they rush her to Texas. But they didn't use prayer. They used money.
But they said she's covered by blood.
Sir, she didn't cover by anything. It was naked for the trouble to eat. You know, I was telling you the other time. Sickness is more bad than death. Yes. Sickness can hit you hard. Then death can say, okay, she feel like Omadabasi. But immediately when the sickness hits you and then death can say, don't run too fast, come. And if you ask death, how many people do you kill yesterday? Will be telling you, I don't know. They send me. So that is the reason why we now decide to say, okay, after leaving the place then, look at Dia now, look at all of them. Where Dia is, what happened to Dia? We see happened to Bode George, prostate and all this thing. What happened to Dia? What happened to Babangida? They will still be indoor again. Even Daniel and Amusu. They are all there. Even the governor of Ekiti State. And they are going to meet their disgrace in the second week in what? In the second week of June. They will know that yes, they are just an actor. People, the acting film. Those people who are going for the delegate, the PDP and everything, they are just like somebody going for a rehearsal. So automatically for one seat, 48 people. Which country has ever so crazy like that before? But they want to showcase the whole thing because they are more or less, they are derailed, absent-minded human beings, people who cannot feel for the poor. You get the point?
Yes, sir.
Then after this, they will, all what they are collecting from them is not up to what they are sending to their children. I brought 5 children in America. Then the school fees and everything. But then, where is the work they are coming to do? When MFLA want to be CBN manager for 50 years. So that means he's going to start his primary, secondary school, and university in CBN. Is he the best qualified human being? No, because he's a cultist. Because he opened the place for the Fulani to go there and pack the money, Funtua and then Abakari and the rest of them. He was just there as a janitor. So he's not saving the money. Look at the recent trouble. ASU was asking for 80 billion. Then the chief of the accountant general too is asking for 80 billion.
No, but he just took it, sir. He just took it for something.
Then the accountant general was so lucky. The Lord answered his prayer. Then the one of ASU was not answered. Do you see it here? Where's the book?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, this is ASU. Maybe you didn't read it. This is it. In April,
yes, sir.
ASU and the oil marketer, we are back on nationwide.
Yes, that's right, sir.
So
ASU, yes, sir.
Is there. So that is it. So but the minister was so fortunate. How on earth, which country can somebody steal 80 billion? And the president was trying to tell us that the people that is helping him to rule, they are the best on the planet Earth. That he trusts the Fulani more than anything. How many Fulani? Who is their family? Can you trace any of these people? You send it for people to come and fight your own king's people. And when they started, they will not be able to. They will not be able to face this thing. The start of any war is very okay. But when it's going to get ended, one person can buy all the ammunition Nigeria have, about the Yorubaris. They can import it. And don't bother and don't be too disturbed. Tinubu is going to spend the most he's going to donate the biggest money on the Yoruba to get out of set it out of Nigeria. Yes. Because it's going to continue New York before the 10th of June. They later ma fi ba wọn fa wàhálà tí wọ́n máa lọ fi tìmọ́lé bíi Abíọ́lá kókó máa bọ̀ nífẹ̀ẹ́ kó mọ jòkó lọ́dọ̀ ọba àfihàn kọjọ máa ṣe wáàsí wọn bẹ̀.
You mean the Aláàfin for you?
Fọkàn sí kan tá a ṣe o. Má bí mi ní kan tí mo ti sọ.
I'm very sorry, sir.
So it's just very simple. So, but leave everything. Everything will fall in place.
Sir, the Tinubu you mentioned, he just released an album. This is sir.
Oṣù kìíní olùlẹ̀, oṣù kejì olùlẹ̀, oṣù kẹta olùlẹ̀, ó jẹ́ sọ́kọ́ lórí tẹlifíṣàn. Oṣù kìíní olùlẹ̀, oṣù kejì olùlẹ̀, oṣù kẹta olùlẹ̀, Buhari sọ́kọ́ lórí tẹlifíṣàn. Bí o bá ṣe èmi ti dúró, Buhari kò lè di president. Ẹgbẹ́ kìíní wá, èmi ló pọ̀. Ẹgbẹ́ kìíní wá, èmi ló pọ̀. Ẹgbẹ́ kìíní wá, èmi ló pọ̀. You will end up with my daughter. Oṣù kìíní, Buhari oṣù kejì, oṣù kẹta, èmi ló pọ̀.
But now it looks like Tinubu has mental problem. Do you know him to be a musician? This is frustration. This is frustration. When I was telling them the other time when they were giving him that show, when they were doing, Babangida did not have a tailor. It was designer in Lagos here they gave to him, Amechi, Fashola, all of them. Even he never knew how they fuel the jet they are using to carry him. You look at him. When you bring a monkey to the palace, he will tell you wanted to drink juice. That's what happened. That was what happened. Can you compare Buhari and Tinubu together? No. Tinubu is more knowledgeable than Buhari. But Buhari now has frustrated the life of Tinubu. Then you can anytime you have bad day, you can employ him to come and sing for you. Mi ò mọ̀ kò sí nǹkan tó ní mí nínú nǹkan tó sọ yìí sà. Bọ́ọ̀ yìí ti ní mẹ́ńtà, ó ti kòló.
Olólùlẹ̀ sà.
Ṣé bá àjọ wà ń bí ní olùlẹ̀ níbo ló lulẹ̀ sí?
Iṣẹ́ Buhari lulẹ̀ sà.
Ní ibo sí ibo.
Láwọn ló kàn to become the president.
Ẹ̀sà mo ló wà frustrated.
Tàbí òkúta last week sà.
Ìgbà tó lóhun tó sára ńkọ́.
Wọ́n ní Buhari sunkún lórí television sir. That's in the palace of the Oba, the Abuja that they say.
Sir, kí ni ìyẹn ní ṣe pẹ̀lú yàtọ̀ àjẹ lọ́wọ́ yìí sir? Kí ló ń wá ní ìdíkó lọ́ fi lọ́ ń ṣètò àwọn Fúlàní tó ń ṣètò àwọn tó wà ní north?
They give him 50 million.
Katsina, Niger State. Yọ pa gbogbo wà níbi ó gbé gàrí dání òní. Kí ló ń wá di ẹ̀wà fún?
So you should quick questions.
So kí ni ìyàtọ̀ Tinubu àti ìyàwó Goodluck Jonathan? Nínú kan tó play.
The patient Jonathan.
No, whoa. Àti Daddy Shoki. Ṣé bí wọ́n lọ mọ question béèrè? Kí ni ìyàtọ̀ àwọn mẹ́tẹ̀ẹ̀ta ń sìn? Ṣé tí Tinubu bá lágbà ń lé tó ní ìyàwó tó lè bá sọ̀rọ̀? Ṣé mo lè jáde ní kí ló máa bẹ́ẹ̀ ó ṣe kíní àbí kí ló ló sọ yìí? Ṣé wọ́n lè ṣe?
Wọ́n ló ṣe kíní ó lulẹ̀.
Tó bá dẹ̀ lulẹ̀ ìbò ti ṣe president but Tinubu ò ṣe president now. Ṣebí kan tó ń lé ó ti achieve ẹ̀. Ṣebí ó ti gbé débẹ̀ òun ló ń ta lára ń sìn náà.
Yes sir.
Tó bá gbọ́n ọba sọ tẹ́lẹ̀ tó kó Yorùbá mọ́ra. Ṣebí ó wà ń bí gbàtà Abíọ́lá kú. Ṣebí ó wà ń bí.
It was following Abiola around sir at that time.
Irọ́ kò finú tẹ̀lé Abíọ́lá. Òun ni ò jẹ́ kó lè kọ̀ọ̀kan lára Abíọ́lá. Then kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ nísìn? Wàá gbọ́ statement wọ́n ṣe máa gbé jáde o pé àwọn bínú Tinubu so àwọn fẹ́ lọ fún ẹlòmíì.
Mr. Adamu that said the chairman.
Wọ́n máa sọ ṣe bí wọ́n kàn tó máa fi ń kẹ́wọ́ tẹ́lẹ̀. Goodluck Jonathan pápá ti á sí wàhálà yẹn rí. Nígbà tó fún lòun fẹ́ lọ second time gbogbo ìdajì owó tó ní ó kó lọ sí north.
Yes sir.
Ó lọ fún àwọn emir àwọn gbogbo everything ó ń dọ̀bálẹ̀ níwájú àwọn tó ń dẹran. So that wọ́n lè jẹ́ kóun ṣe ẹ̀kejì wọ́n dẹ̀ ti made up mind.
Yes sir.
So gbàtó dẹ̀ lọ tó padà wá ní you know what o kó wá náà but gbà tí Arẹwà ti sọ̀rọ̀ ó sì máa rẹ̀ wọ́n lélẹ̀ ìta ń bá lọ yín sìn ẹ̀fì yẹn lẹ̀ but àti dé last bus stop o blow máa burst at any time now má worry ṣé gbogbo army tó wà ní Nàìjíríà wọ́n ti ṣọ́ọ̀kì gbogbo àárín ẹ̀ pẹ̀lú àwọn wọ́n ti filtrate everything with fake people camouflage ti kún ilé àwọn politicians gọ́ọ̀mẹ̀ntì kan ṣe yẹ̀yẹ́ ara ẹ̀ ní ọmọye ìbọn tó kún jáde nílé amúsù gbà tí amúsù kúrò ń bẹ̀ tó ló ń kó padà fún ìjọba ẹjọ́ gbàgbé ẹ̀ kí wọ́n lọ ra AK 200 tó bá wà 47 àti gbọ́ tó pẹ́ àti gbọ́ 47 kí wọ́n lọ ra AK 400 but ẹni tó lọ ẹni tí kú bá máa pa ìbọn ò ní pa o ẹni tó bá máa sùn tí ò ní jí gbókùngà abẹ́rẹ́ kò ní ṣubú lẹ́yìn ọ̀kadà ẹ fi gbogbo ẹ lẹ̀.
But a lot of people are pleading that what could have happened to Tinubu to have come out in Abuja.
Ṣebí Tinubu ti mọ̀ tẹ́lẹ̀, he knew all this before.
Sorry sir.
Tinubu is just like a goat who had that lion is sick. And he said, lion care. How can lion be sick? Let him first come débẹ̀ láàárọ̀ yìí. Then on getting to the place now, the lion has been properly fed for that day. So the goat was there a whole day. Then the now said, goat, where are you coming from? Oh no, lucky lion. That's why only 1 hour. Oh, you'll be playing with lions since 1 hour. I say yes. Even tomorrow I will still go there to greet him. Then the second day when he appeared from the window out, he picked the goat by the neck. He tore the goat into two. He hid the heart and everything. Those people, those other animals are waiting for goat to come. Later to see the carcass of Tinubu was playing with fire. Because if care is not taken, after the whole night, they will now call him to come and explain how he got his money. Ìbá dako tètè padà sílé. Kó wá jókòó jẹ́ torí bọ́n ṣe bí mi náà bí Tinubu. Bọ́n ṣe bí Buhari náà bí wọ. So tó bá dẹ̀ tí ní kò sọ́nà, when he wants an opportunity lost, DTAE, he can never be regained. Add another 4 years without Tinubu's year. Tó bá yá Tinubu ṣì máa la àwọn èjì ẹ̀ náà. Àbíkò yẹ ọ̀sẹ̀ ó ti parí.
He's 70 now.
Ẹ sàbótì ẹ̀ padà sí 44. Máa ti lóhùn gbé fún. Ó ti tán.
The guy was angry. Angry, sir.
Àìmọ̀ ìyàwó tó ti angry lóṣòdì látàárọ̀. Pépà ò gbé. Ó kàn gbajúmọ̀ ló máa fi rélé pé ó angry.
People are wondering that who is they are going to give to. As at this evening now, sir, 6th of June, today that we're doing this interview now, in the afternoon, a news came out when we were waiting here that the Adamu, the former governor, who is now chairman of the APC, has endorsed Senator Lawan, the Senate president. Later, they said it's a lie, that is a bad news. They said it was just his own orientation that Mr. President has not endorsed. As at this morning, people are thinking maybe Osinbajo, maybe, I mean, they don't know who is the man.
Who is Osinbajo?
No, you are the vice president now, serving for this country, sir.
Okay, serving and contesting.
Yes, serving and contesting, sir. Yes, sir.
That is too power.
Yes, sir.
He's too absolutely power corrupt.
He has been moving around.
Don't worry with federal government money.
Yes.
It was the candidate of Babangida now. Babangida pushed him into this trouble. But this night, by weekend, we go home and rest. He cannot be president.
No, I can't understand you, sir.
They can't pick him for anything. You know, when Buhari was traveling everywhere, they don't even have confidence in him to hand over the president villa to him. And because the first one they hand over, he misbehaved with Abakari's matter. That Abakari is doing too much, has been given too much power. So then he misbehaved. Then the other man and then the other man who used billions to clean the
Bashar Lawal.
Bashar Lawal that cleaned the whole. He bought 1 billion. Yes, to cut the grass.
Yes, sir.
1 billion.
Yes, sir. It's very fantastic.
With indivisible more.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. They did a lot of cleaning.
But we have never seen a corrupt government in Nigeria, in the whole world, that is even more worse than the one of Osinbajo and Babangida and Buhari. We see the whole thing. Time we talk, time we tell, and time we point.
But people are afraid now, sir.
I said time we tell.
Yes, sir.
Time we talk, and time we point.
2 weeks ago, when PDP did their primary, a lot of people had high hope for Chief Nyesom Wike, the very workaholic governor of Rivers State, that is going to emerge. But look at what happened during the party. Just suddenly, Governor Tambuwa of Sokoto State said he stepped down, and he just gave his vote to the one they call Atiku Abubakar. And before you know it, Atiku just emerged, and the thing has pained even the people from Ekiti that follow Fayose there. They appear to have voted for Atiku Abubakar. Before we knew it, Atiku emerged. And people are now afraid that if Atiku emerged, if another person emerged in APC that is not up to him, are we not saying that they are trying to give
up to whom? How do they know leader?
There is not popular.
Look at your English.
Yes, yes, yes.
That is not up to him. Up to that thief. Don't you know that Atiku is a practical active dodger and it's a thief? Do you remember when Obasanjo was busy flying everywhere like dove? He sold virtually all what we have in that area. The story of Atiku and the one of the other man from Kogi, what's the name of this David Mark? They have the same thing now.
From Benue.
Benue, yes, they have the same antecedents. Then when you look at what is happening now, you don't need to force yourself. PDP is dead.
Okay, People's Democratic Party.
He's dead. Is already, even the funeral has, the funeral was around 2000 and 2005. They did the funeral. Then how can the person emerge again and say it's PDP? Do you know how many times, how much good luck pump into the north to make sure that he can reactivate
PDP. He
lost. And that was why the wife was crying, that he's afraid though that if Buhari should come, so that he will not jail. So automatically, nothing PDP, can they take him to America again to go and give money to those who help them to doctor the computer?
No, he just sacked his wife Jennifer now recently.
Don't bring the domestic into this.
Okay, sorry.
We are talking about this. They know where they met themselves. Okada versus Ologogoro. We don't want anything like that.
Okay,
so when you look at it, Atiku cannot do anything. What they want to do before was to hike the computer, and they went to Dubai to go and do their planning. And when they came, now they picked the judge, because Tinubu used his intelligence on them, and he finished them. So when you look at what we have on ground now, we should be thinking about seeing the pastor Tunde Bakare is still relevant. Then the lettering man. Then the Lawal. So the two of them can be president and vice president.
Okay, the Senate president, Lawan.
Yes.
Okay,
you know he's a Fulani man.
Yes, sir.
So they will not, if they give it to Bakare, they're going to give it to Bakare. But they should try, they're going to give him dagger to hold. If Bakare wanted to prove as if he's too brilliant with the law, so then put dagger on the ribs. So the thing is around the three of them, and the Minister for Transport, Rotimi Amechi, and then the other one. Then you are talking about Wike. Wike did not win an election. Wike is a courtist. It was the wife of the former governor, Odili, that helped him to put him there.
Oh, you mean Justice Mary Odili?
Yes, and all of them. He gave them money, then he came back there. He was flexing also on these people. What is workaholic in it? Why is it workaholic? Did you think he brought his father's money to come and do work for them? It's not the allocation. The allocation they gave to him is what he used. But do you remember when he was a minister? He went to China to bring some computer for the children to do WAEC. Then when they are when they are typing, as they are doing the exam, they are getting results. That's Wike time now. Who is Wike? What does Wike know? Wike is temperamental. Wike is full of high blood pressure, and Wike is a womanizer. And Wike did not even know his left from his right. So what do you want from me? Wike, go and interview his mates. Go and interview the people he governed. He's governing them with iron fists. There is no difference between Wike and then the other man, the minister for
is it Niger Delta?
No. The transportation. Amechi. There's no difference between the two people. Maybe the water they drank around that area, just like the one of Topolo and then the other one. They're all the same.
The government Ekpemo Polo, sir.
Don't bother about this long names.
Yes, sir.
So it's just like that. So don't worry.
No, so are you saying that?
But don't be surprised of Tunde Bakare coming. Because anybody from Abeokuta can be cooked. You know they cook Obasanjo to do all the havoc, to displace all what Awolowo did. And then Obasanjo is from an Igbo land. He's not a Yoruba man. He's only the mother that was a Yoruba man. But they used him very well. And he now carry voodoo from Abeokuta to go and show them in the war front and everything. The people in Abuja gave him all the voodoos and everything to show as if he's going to pay back. He didn't pay them anything. Even the house the federal government gave to him, he cannot maintain it. So that's the problem, sir. We didn't have a leader. From day one, we'll be having a leadership syndrome.
Poor leadership syndrome.
Even we normally put carpenter to fix NEPA job. Yeah.
That's quite unfortunate, sir.
Yes, sir.
That's quite unfortunate. That's quite unfortunate, sir, because people are so afraid that the country...
Who are the lady people that is afraid? When all Nigerians fail to go to a Greek, They brought artificial scarcity to the country. Is it the government that's going to plant maize? Is it the government that you expect to plant cassava? I told them 10 years ago, let us go to farm. We are going to suffer. Let us go to farm.
Yes.
They refuse.
So when the 2019 and 2021 and 2022.
Okay. In another 8 months or less than 8 months, Buhari will leave the place. So, who is fooling who? What do you think Fayemi want to do as a president? You see, they've used him and dumped him.
Was the former minister?
They've used all of them and dumped them. I told you before. Giving all the land of Ekiti for the terrorists to come and hide. And they don't want to inconvenience Buhari. They don't want to make Buhari annoyed. Who is Buhari? The president they cannot do meeting with. He's only to eat and sleep. The difference between him and Jonathan is Ogogoro. Because Jonathan is for vocal. But this one is for bitterness. He's full of bitterness. You know who they voted for him? He now said, he said he didn't trust anybody. He only trusts the Fulani people. All the whole people in the government today, we are only using one hand to drive the car. Left hand. What university are these people attending? And look at the one in the NDLA the other day, this where they arrest those people who stole the money, EFCC. He got to a point he lost himself. He felt as if he's not Magu. The latest boy that was there, this cool boy that they packaged and come and put there.
Okay, the Bowers guy.
He has no brain.
He appears to be doing his job.
Which job does he? Which job is he doing? It was the girlfriend I exposed. The girlfriend of that old man that I exposed is not the EFCC. Because the other man wanted to befriend that man's son.
Yes, sir.
That he should point to any source of anywhere to get the house. That it is what happened. Then because he's a good man who had the fear of God and then the fear of the country in his mind, then he reported the matter. And he started trailing. It's not the EFCC. Why don't the EFCC trail MFLA? So, yeah.
Are you saying that Atiku has no chance to become president of this country?
Who is Atiku? Atiku is a recycled human being.
At 70.
Forget Atiku.
Is it 70? Is it 73 now? 70?
Sir, forget Atiku.
Okay, sir. So
he like it. You know, there are a lot of things you like in America that you cannot buy. Atiku like the power. You know, he has been stealing money from custom. You know, he studied nursing.
I didn't even know.
He studied nursing.
Can you imagine? He's a nurse.
Yeah, even cleaning wounds. He want to put wound on her head. He built the university from the money he stole. Every weekend, he will be carrying dollars portfolio from the airport, from the port.
I think Babangida retired him or something.
No, because it's not relevant. What he's doing is not relevant. He was just packing the dollar. He's bribe. Look at what he sold when Abiola was not, when Obasanjo was not there. He was the one that gave Abiola 90 check, Obasanjo. And look at what Obasanjo is saying about Atiku now. You look at what they're supposed to do to Obasanjo was to go every morning. They should be giving Obasanjo sleeping drug so that he can be waking at the middle of the night because he's out of his senses. What he's saying is not correct again. You said that Atiku is the biggest arm robber.
But say he has changed. That was 2019. He said he has repented.
How can he change? Because he has kept some money in his house. Those are the money that got burnt during the election the other time. Euros. And when he left the prison, he was the one that fell the account back for him. Is arm robber versus arm robber. There is nobody good in Nigeria again, my brother. Nobody. But we are expecting something to happen. Do you know the history of Japan? When Japan has this type of problem in those days, all the people living in the diaspora, they resign what they are doing abroad and they come to fix what? To fix Japan. The people we are expecting to come and fix this country are the people outside. How many Fulani can you meet in New York? When they will not allow them to carry the cow to run the express. If the Fulani did not see cow or smell cow, in 30 minutes they will be conversing. That's why they wanted to change everybody to be cow. You have, as somebody said, a cow has a root. It was in the regime of Buhari. We are talking about cow, animal. Then they said the grazing root. The grazing what?
The grazing root, sir.
Is it plain? It's not plain. That has its own, yes.
The route to America, route to Germany.
Grazing route. And every day they are flying their picture out, they are making love to what? To cow. I don't know.
So, but looking at it this afternoon now, His Excellency, I mean the youngest of all the aspirants, because we have 3 northern governors, the governor Badaru of is it Kebbi? No, of Jigawa State. They had His Excellency Yaya Bello of Kogi, and the third one is Senator Lawan, who is the Senate President. But this afternoon, His Excellency Governor Yaya Bello, the one buys him. That's what it's called, White Lion all over. He just walk out, White Lion. It's a white lion.
Is he a boxer before?
No, sir. Yes, I think.
What lion? Okay, because he gathered 2 wives in the same house. No, because he has 4 wives in the spending people's money on his 4 wives. Even one of his wives was spending money to security guard.
Give him 1 million.
Yeah, because and he cannot pay pension. He cannot pay the retirees. He cannot even pay salary.
He said he's the best guy for this job.
Who is rating him? Who is rating him?
He said
how does he get the rating?
He said the youth of Nigeria.
How many times has he traveled to America before he became a governor? Go and bring his passport. He didn't even know New York.
He walked out of the meeting this afternoon.
Who is he?
He was angry, sir.
Who is he? If not for the mistake that Adeyemi made.
Smart
Adeyemi. Who could have been Yaya Bello? Yaya Bello is nobody. Is Yaya Bello. He can't be anything. He should go and be canvassing for what? For Senate. And even the Senate, Adeyemi will be beat him again.
Adeyemi has been, I think, has been disgraced and Dino or something. Okay, Adeyemi is in the different party.
Adeyemi is...
Yeah, Adeyemi is still there. He's still there. It's Dino that was disgraced. Yes.
Dino cannot be anything. Dino was helping them to take... He was helping all these big people to look for girlfriends.
Dino is now with Atiku now, sir. He has been working for Atiku. He has left...
How can a failure work for a failure? You are to be promoted to primary 6. They say you fail. Then you join. You can only join those who wanted to protest. And the very person that made first will not join that coup. Because he will be thinking to go and buy a new mathematical set and a new set of uniform. You are talking about those who are backward people, who accidentally got rich from our money.
Dino used to follow General Marwa in those days, in around 2007 or something like that. He used to follow
one girlfriend.
Then later he was following Saraki in the Senate, helped him to clean the chair. And
okay, you want to come and follow me?
They even followed the woman, the wife to the EFCC, carry her handbag, sometimes they go. That's Dino. Now he's following Atiku now, sir. And
but I want to follow him.
Politically, they appear to be failing, sir. Sorry, sir.
Too bad the fellow follow follow.
So are you saying that Yaya Bello has no luck, sir?
But Yaya Bello has no the pedigree.
He's the youngest among the aspirants, sir.
Do we need any young aspirant for now?
He said he connects with the youth and the women. That
you should go and meet them at home. You should go to market and see the women.
He said he has put them in position in Kogi State that is the only government.
I say he cannot pay pension.
Okay, sir.
He's owing a lot of people. He's making himself a fake tiger.
He says white lion, sir.
Who is Yaya Bello 10 years ago? They easily forget their background. So that's it, sir.
a lot of people are afraid because the man Peter Obi just got angry and he left PDP when he saw the kind of dollars that they were spending and that he cannot be sharing money with them, that money is too much, that he has his senses and he needs to use his intellect. The kind of intellect he used to develop Anambra before the other guy came to destroy it with his wife.
Who has intellect?
Then he said...
Who?
No, Peter Obi.
Peter Obi is a drug peddler. You know, if somebody just want to change overnight, this is part of these people, even his father.
They say he's a third force.
No, because somebody ran the prison for him when he ran. He's a drug man. How do you see Okorocha?
No, that one was caught inside his house. EFCC caught him. He was begging God. 3 weeks ago, 3 weeks before that time, he was quoting the Quran. But when EFCC came to catch him, he was
begging God again.
Jesus
to let you know how confused he was.
He's now visiting EFCC now. He's supposed to be in this primary too, sir.
He cannot be there. They have put him where he's supposed to be.
But Peter Obi appears to be because you love.
I said Peter Obi is in drug before. They know their story. It was Obasanjo that was pushing them anyhow. Even though Jikalu. Those are Obasanjo's instruments over there to watch over his father's house. And then he was sleeping in his mother's home here in Abeokuta. Look at the road to Abeokuta. What can you say has happened in this country since independence? What Awolowo did is still on record till tomorrow. It was Obasanjo they used to destroy everything. So that's why they are looking for Bakari and Lawan to come and do this. You know, but Lawan was not supposed to be the Senate president, but they settled because of where they are going. They want to make him the president at all costs so that they can cover. You see what happened in the National House of Assembly when they want to refurbish it? Overnight they went there to bring a carpenter to make it open. And you know they refurbished that house now within 8 years 2 times with billions. So you must know that these people are moron. So that's us.
What's the position of the Lord for all of them? Because
how can Lord take care of armed robber? When you look at the book of Matthew, Luke 12 from verse Luke 12 from verse 18.
Yes, sir. So, sir.
Then verse 26, 27, 28, he said, I'm the light of the world. Then Judas Iscariot was dragging when the woman was using the oil to wash Jesus' leg.
Yes, sir.
He said, this man has known the in and out of the boss. He's a thief.
Oh, no.
Yes.
Luke 12:18. And he said, this I will do. I will pull down my barns and build greater. And there will I bestow all my fruit and my goods. And I will say to my soul, soul, thou hast much goods.
No, that's Luke 12. You are John 12 from verse 18 to 24. That was when Jesus Christ was winding up. This time around, they were thinking that they are going to get Tinubu into trouble. That was their gang up.
For this cause, people also met him. For that, they hear that he had done this miracle. The Pharisees therefore said among themselves, perceive you, how ye prevail nothing. Behold, the world is gone after him. And there were certain Greeks among them that came up to worship at the feast. The same came therefore to Philip, which was of Bethsaida of Galilee, and desired him, saying, Sir, we will see Jesus. Philip come and tell Andrew, and again Andrew and Philip tell Jesus. And Jesus answered them, saying, the hour is come, that the Son of Man should be glorified. Verily, verily, I say unto you, except a corn of wheat fall into the ground and die, it abide alone. But if it die, it bring forth much fruit. He that love his life shall lose it, and he that hates his life in this world shall keep it into eternal life.
Then go to 21, verse 21. 26, 27, 28, 29.
Follow me, and where I am, there shall also my servant be. If any man serve me, him will my Father honor. Now is my soul troubled. You are finding the way. You say, what is the Lord having for Atiku?
Yes, sir. And all of them.
Atiku divide and rule. What did the Lord have for him?
Yes, sir. As his futures and political futures.
Nothing future. He's going on retirement. He's going to meet his Waterloo. I want to find out where they're going to bring his casket. Maybe before the election or after the election, I will tell you. What is he having to tell us? Which school has he attended since? I said somebody read nursing. And they dumped him in the custom, and he was in the port, siphoning money every weekend with briefcase, taken to the emirs just like the stooge of the emirs. Then later now, and then do you know articles from Cameroon? Even the where he comes from, he sponsored them to get dominion just of recent. It was they are the youngest nation in Africa. He should go back home. He should go back home. Atiku is not from Nigeria. He's from Cameroon.
It's interesting.
Buba Marwa is from Cameroon. Buhari is from Niger. And that's why they carry our fuel down there all the time since independent. They take the fuel down there. And they from Niger to come and look for trouble. That's why he was begging that man that he will make him president. If you can extend the train to Niger, what connection do we have with Niger? We are not feeding well. We are not living well. Then right on.
Now is my soul troubled, and what shall I say, Father? Save me from this hour. But for this cause came I unto this hour. Father, glorify thy name. Then came there a voice from heaven, saying, I have both glorified it and will glorify it again.
The Lord will still glorify this land.
Amen.
But all these people, they will be no more. We will find them what? No more. Because he said, when the hardship was too much for the Israelites, in the book of Exodus 1, what the Fulani were doing was what's there. What the Fulani was doing now is in the book of Exodus 1, from verse 6 to 13. He said, the king that knew Joseph is no more. So punishment now started. They started witch hunting what? The Israelites. They gave them hell of trouble. But in between that time, after Dangote has helped them bring in the Fulani and everywhere with bicycle, living in all the forests in the south and everywhere. This is what the Lord do. Then he now said, in the book of Exodus 6, from 4 to 10, he said, this is one of the Hebrew child. Then you can go and take him what? Take him out of the place. Then later, they called the original mother to come and take. You know, the South and the Southerners, we are more knowledgeable, intelligent, very consistent. But they come to us and do the dabaru. But when the time will come, you will look at how Moses was born. And that was why Igboho came. You get what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Then from there, in the book of Exodus 5, Exodus 4, 6, Exodus 8, 9, and 10, he said, bring the magician to match them. Then at the end of the day, they fell flat. In the book of Exodus 12, from verse 12, he said, this is the night you are going. This is the year of our breakage. Don't worry. There may not be election. Then they will see the hand of God will pass through this place. How can somebody said that Madam Fodio told us that they sold Nigeria for them? From the hand of whom? That Nigerian land belongs to the Fulani. Fulani did not have a place of rest. They are wanderers. They are the nomadic people. And they've accepted it until Buhari came. And be flying to Turkey, flying to everywhere, looking for AK-47 that they will bring to Nigeria to come and kill us. If you cannot give us peace, why did you want to give us hardship? But if you want to give us hardship and the Lord never allow you, what will happen? When you look at the book of Joshua 4 and 5 and 6, when the three kings of Moabite gang up against Joshua, you see what happened? That's what will happen between the month of August and November. Something terrible will happen in August. Something terrible will happen in January. A lot of souls that they believe they want to kill, the Lord will save them. the Lord will save them. How can human being be just hunting human being, just like a monkey? What type of brain do they have? Do we have war here? He won, they gave him the election. To go now is to bring us cordial, trouble. We cannot sleep. You see, all men, virtually all Nigerians now are living with high blood pressure. Nigerian of 11 years old, 13 years old, 20 years old, is living with high blood pressure during the regime of Tinubu and Buhari and Osinbajo. Osinbajo was sharing money to market women. Is it the Minister of Justice? That's how they do something upside down.
They straight up money, sir.
Forget about it, it's upside down. They are confused.
Yesterday, sir, because when you traveled in rounding up this one, the prelate of the Methodist Church, His Eminence Samuel Uche, was kidnapped when he was coming from a conference in Owerri. He was on his way to the airport. He was kidnapped with some of his aides and some of his two other people. But thank God they shot the vehicle, but the driver ran into the bush and the orderly escaped. But they kidnapped this elderly man, took him into the bush, and he said those young guys were Fulani guys that he was speaking Fufude, and one of them had knowledge of Igbo language. He analyzed it in a broadcast to Channels TV, how they kept them, how they made them to bring in 100 million. They want to kill them. They said it has to be 150 million. Eventually, there was mercy through diplomacy. So his church members all over the world started praying. They raised the money, how they brought the money, how they maltreated. In fact, one of his eyes is even blood now because he used the eyes to hit the tree and it was blood. So he gave a lot of analysis that those boys were even telling them that we are now everywhere, that we're in all the bush, Lagos, Ibadan, where we are in all your bush, that very soon we're going to deal with you, we're going to take care of you, we're going to take your land. That they said a lot of things, humiliating statements to him, that when they even give the money in 5 Ghana must go back 20 million, they let them out to the border between Owerri, that's Imo State, and Abia State, and tell them to go, that they are now free. That's after almost a week in custody. And that there was a place they saw dead bodies of people that have cut their head, mashed them, killed them because maybe they couldn't pay ransom and all that. So he gave us that analysis. It was published June 1, and just yesterday, June 5, there was a gun killing in Owode in St. Francis Catholic Church, and a lot of people were just killed then. And it's crazy. The scene is bad. Old people, young people, even kids were gone down. And right now, that's the national issue now. This morning, the Vice President has been there. Even Alhaji Bola Ahmed Tinubu said he was there, that he's even giving money for pacification, and a lot of them has been going there. So, is there a way out of all this, especially as it relates what His Eminence, the prelate of the Methodist Church, Uche Samuel, said about his experience in the hand of kidnappers and how God miraculously saved them after paying 100 million ransom?
Thank you very much, Benga.